we go. Welcome back to the 2024 Tire Rack One Lap of America, presented by Grassroots Motorsport Magazine, with coverage this year brought to you by Hooked on Driving, Everyday Driver, and the Valente Group. I'm Solomon. Holding the camera right now is Brian. Hopefully pretty soon, there we go, we should be able to bring you his reaction as we're getting it set up. If you look behind you, Brian, why don't you pan around? We have our setup here. We're going to be doing some guest interviews today, but more importantly, welcome back. We are here for 2024. It is sticker day. We're here to bring you all the action and talk with a whole bunch of people. Why don't we film the person who's filming us? So now we're filming the filming of filming. So that's Brian Shout, and Brian is obviously with Hooked on Driving, one of our sponsors, getting some coverage. So thank you for coming out, Brian, with the whole team, with Mark Mattice and Cody. And then we have obviously Mike and Mona here, previous owners of HOD Northeast. And a shout out to Paul and Tom, who are, I guess, overseas right now in Germany, driving at.
They're in Belgium now.
They're in Belgium now. They're at Spa?
They're at Spa.
They're at a Spa. Ooh. We'll talk about Spa later with somebody. But in any event, it is sticker day, and it is, what time is it now?
It is
10:28. I've got 2 minutes, and I have to do a special shout out. This is the most important thing. I will do all one lap, and you'll see why in a moment. But we can pan around for a second, and you can see we're getting started with sticker tech and registration. What that really means is that people are going into the room down at the end of the building, and they're signing away their livelihoods and signing, if I wreck, I wreck, if I die, I die, whatever the case is. And we're going to go and have some fun this week. They'll get a packet of stickers and everything that has to go on the car. So this way we have the right liveries on them. And you can see the red one down there's got some actual, stickers on it. And the blue one, look at the blue one. So this is his first attempt putting stickers. This is Mark Mattice and Cody. We spoke about them a moment ago. They're trying to figure out the feng shui of the stickers. And you got the red Corvette over there that can't start itself. And there you go. So he's got the stickers on there. So we're going to be cleverly disguised as race cars for the next 4,000 miles and a whole bunch of race events throughout the week. So we're getting close to 10:30 here. There we go. We've got Brock coming up in the background. We will say hi to him. All right, and it is now still 10:29, but 10:30, close enough. This is the longest minute ever. There you go. It's 10:30, right? So what I do have to do is give a very special shout out to my daughters who may or may not be watching now. Hello, good morning, Ariella. Good morning, Ilana, and to all of Miss Olson's class and Miss Hamilton's class. Hope you're watching us. Hope you guys have a great day and you learn a lot. Be nice to your teachers because they're nice enough to let you watch this now. And if they haven't, they've been nice enough to rewind it and let you watch it later. But we're going to get back to the action now. Brock, why don't you come on over and say good morning? You're here.
I am here.
You're here.
I kind of got to be here.
We got to,
And
I should
G-rated.
probably, yeah, NG rated, right? So, Brock, there you go.
Okay.
So this is Brock Yates Jr., for those of you who may not know, if you couldn't tell by the stunningly good looks and the long flowing locks of hair.
And the fact that it's on my hat, yeah, but it's other than my shirt, actually.
Well,
Am I
it's
supposed
on
to-
mine too. That doesn't
Yeah.
make me Brock Yates Jr.
You can be Brock Yates right now. Might make my life a little easier if I go get in the corner.
So, Brock, this year is 40 years. We've obviously done a little bit of a run up to it. You're here now. The event's underway. How you feeling?
The joys of age and delegation. No, I'm actually feeling pretty good. I mean, it's everybody's lovely. It's nice. It's great to see everybody. The cars are pretty. Everybody's showing up. I mean, I'm happy. The full anxiety won't really take off until Sunday morning, but now it's all fun and games. Put them on the track. That's another deal altogether.
Excellent. So obviously making it for 40 years, and not everybody on the live stream may have seen all the videos. And if you haven't, you should go back. We did a series at the end of last year, right? The Brock Files, where we asked you a whole bunch of questions. But let's touch on it briefly now because we didn't get to talk ahead of time, really. 40. What does this mean to you? 40 years in. I mean, what does that mean for the event?
Well, for the event, it means that obviously there's enough strange people that thought that driving as many as 8,000 miles in a week is a good idea, and there's something wrong with all of us. But it's also amazing to me that it survived this long and become such a good event, such a bucket list event, but still a very hard competition and hard endurance event. So I'm proud of everybody that survives it, that does it. I'm delighted that it seems to persist and maybe wander into the future too.
All right. So for those that are going to catch the live streams this week, what should they be looking out for? I mean, what do you think this year are some of the main, I don't know, driving factors or interesting things in your opinion?
In my opinion, well, my wife used to use it as a proof of life. So you can always check the background to make sure your loved one is still moving around. It isn't stuck in a ditch somewhere in Iowa. Um, yeah, no, there's going to be some stupid fast cars. There's going to be cars whistling by at speeds most would consider imprudent, with drivers probably not capable. No, but no, it's going to be a lot of nice people, a lot of great cars, a lot of great tracks, and maybe a live stream across some of the more beautiful sections of America that we're going to pass through.
At the speed limit, of course. At the
Yeah.
speed limit.
Yeah, maybe there's fine stretches in Nebraska that you know.
But in Nebraska, there's quite the tailwind sometimes. I've been noticing over the past couple of weeks.
Yeah,
It tends to come around on you though. So, tailwind, headwind, side wind, all the winds. We've got the yeah.
Well, if we can avoid some of the tornadoes, that would be a good thing. If it could selectively hit some of the other ones, that's okay too. But we've seen a lot of tornadoes over the course. We run during the tornado alley period, so it's something to contend with. Just another joy in the week of one lap.
There you go. So obviously, it's sort of like with children, you can't really have a favorite, but we all do. What do you think is your favorite car here this year? What are you looking forward to seeing run?
I really haven't looked around.
We have an entry list.
We have an entry list. They're all lovely cars, and they're in there for their purpose. And
yes.
I really don't have this year. I don't have a favorite car.
Not even the fields. I think that's kind of neat.
The last year, the favorite car was the Rambler.
Okay.
Because it was whacked and it was weird and it was I've always appreciated the creativity part of the event, not just spending the money to go fast. Doing something silly as an old Pinto with a 350 in it with a fence in front protecting the radiator. That was my favorite car of all time. But no, it's we've got beautiful cars. There's no question about it. And which is my favorite?
There you go. Well, Steve Loudon just rolled in his Ferrari.
Yeah.
But Andy,
more money than sense.
There you go. Andy is in now with the CRX. He's back with that.
Right.
Do you anticipate him being a contender this year, since he's now spent a lot of money to spend a little bit of money to spend more money on a little bit of money? So where do you think he's going to wind up?
Considering last time he brought it, was like 5th overall, and I think if he can keep it together, and I think he'll do well. I think like most of us, we have these fast cars, and we are disappointed to find out that our fast car of 10 years ago may have fallen by the wayside in the interim. I have a little Dodge that was really, really fast in 1995, and now it's really, really slow in comparison to everything else out there. So time marches on, so does technology.
It's true. And it was funny, as we were partaking in adult beverages last evening, and we were out here chatting, having our infamous parking lot parties and catching up, we did a little bit of research. So we saw that the times, more modern times at Road America, for example, versus the last time Lee Keene ran with us there, his time at Road America would have only gotten him between 10th and 12th place. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that speaks volumes for the technology and the tires more than anything.
We did the same thing years ago to check Mid-America, and the lap times were 10 seconds different.
Yeah.
And that's true of every racetrack. It's we compare. If you compare Highlands, when we finish High Plains, and we haven't been there in 5 years, I don't think. And that's going to be probably another 10 seconds.
And maybe that's something we can do this year. We'll compare times with some of the tracks we've been to showcase, because I think that it does speak volumes.
The tires have gotten better. The cars have gotten better. Sadly, the Annies have gotten better.
That's cool. I'm happy to see this too.
That's Glenn Dodd's
Yep.
old car.
Yep. The businessman coupe, right?
Yep,
Businessman special.
46 Businessman Coupe.
Yep.
That was actually, his wife bought it for him before she died. And because that was the car they dated, not that car, but it was the same model car that they dated in.
Yeah, and I love how you had me get in that car at Road Atlanta with Glenn. He said, just go out and make sure he stays on track. And then he proceeds to tell me he doesn't remember what corners are up there. And, you know,
Did you notice I didn't get in the car?
yeah, I noticed you put me in it instead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Love you too, Brock.
Do I look stupid?
Apparently I do. That's why.
You got to anticipate this shit. I mean, it's, you know, when I ask you to do something, there's usually a reason for it.
All right. Any parting words for now as we start setting up our interview table there for later?
Be safe. Don't do anything really stupid. Have fun.
There you go. Well, you've heard it directly from the man, the myth, the legend. Thank you, Brock. You go ahead. I know you love doing this stuff. So yeah, we're gonna start getting set up for our live stream. We'll probably kick off around noon, maybe 12:30, as more cars roll in and as more people roll in. So be sure to stay tuned for that one. Really good you've been able to join us so far as we're working out the kinks here. Forgive us a little bit as we start getting our new setup together if we have a few foibles, but we'll get it dialed in by later today or tomorrow. Absolutely. In any event, thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to subscribe so you get notifications. Tell your friends, tell your family. The more we can grow the channel, the more kind of coverage we can bring you, the more immersive we can do things. So absolutely hit subscribe if you haven't done that yet. We really appreciate that, and share this as well. So for the morning stream for the 2024 Tire Rack One Lap of America, presented by Grassroots Motorsport Magazine, with this coverage brought to you by Hooked on Driving, Everyday Driver, and the Valente Group. I'm Solomon. That's Brian. That's Brian. Oh my gosh, there are so many. And we'll catch up with you later. Thanks for watching.